Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Totri, joined on this wonderful Wednesday by Shane Diefenbach, Shawn DePaz. Gentlemen, happy hump day.
Here?
Hump day.
Oh, you looked like you really enjoyed that one, Shawn.
You got to say it like the camel from the commercials. I don't know what you want from me.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Honestly, I don't know what I want from you either at this point. I really don't. I do want to get straight into it because this happened almost or just about 24 hours ago yesterday, but we finally have a name for ASU's multi-purpose arena, Mullett Arena. And Charles in the chat with honestly a great question. Who is going to be growing a mullet for this?
Well, I'm going to go on a limb and eliminate myself.
And we have to eliminate Totri because Totri will never change his hair. He's going to be 90 years old and still have the same hair.
Bro, if I'm 90 still rocking this hair, I will love it.
And he came out of the womb with that. I have to get permission from my girlfriend first, and she's already said no. So
really?
Yeah, she hates it. She hates the idea of it, and it won't happen.
I think you can rock the mullet, though.
I definitely could. There's zero chance that I would look bad. I mean, first of all, come on. But second of all,
you're right.
I think it would be fantastic.
I do think who rocks the mean mullet though? Petey.
Yeah.
Yes. He was showing it off on the Coyote show earlier today. That shit was filthy.
Got Sticky Joe in the chat. First off, love the name. Second of all, the student section is gonna go crazy because the actual arena itself is just awesome. Yesterday was my first chance to actually go see it.
Can I just reinforce the fact that the student section bleacher seating rolls right up to the freaking glass, like on the away goalie's side where they goaltend for the first and third period? Like, it's going to be so loud and rowdy. People are going to be so respectfully mean. I'm so excited.
So respectfully
they should just do away with glass and just put like mesh there so you could just scream right.
Yeah, that's safe. Fucking take a 100-mile-an-hour slap shot. Speaking of 100 miles an hour, did you see O'Neal Cruz this morning?
Yeah, that shit was stupid.
Pirates,
what, 122?
122.4, fastest exit velocity.
In their 14-2 loss?
StatCast era.
O'Neal Cruz, not good at baseball, but he is good at hitting the baseball very hard and far and fast.
Just like me, not very good at podcasting, but I can talk a lot. So.
Wow. Okay. So are you the O'Neal of the podcast?
No.
I don't think we have O'Neal. O'Neal's a physical specimen.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're saying Shane's not a physical specimen?
No, I'm neither a physical nor a specimen.
Okay. So back to Mullett Arena. Just what was your guys' initial impression of the name? Because I don't know what you guys expected, but this wasn't what I expected. But I get it, being that it's named after the donors.
Yeah, not what I expected for sure. My first reaction was just as like someone with like a advertising marketing background. I'm like, oh, well, that's money. Like I could like the jokes and the just like the people rocking mullets and all of that, calling it the mullet, like that all just that was immediate. So it was cool in that regard. It's hard for me to knock the name because it's somebody's last name and it's like after a donor, and this program wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Mullett family. So like. I think if they were just like, you know what's cool? Mullets in hockey, and they named it the Mullet, probably wouldn't be a big fan of it. But it's Mullett with 2 T's, named for a good reason. So for that reason, I mean, it's pretty cool to have. I mean, they easily, especially with the Coyotes playing there, they easily could have sold the naming rights, and instead they just decided to honor donors, and I think that's cool.
Since Gerald is in Hawaii and nobody's been able to really do this much since he's been gone, I'm gonna have to. Be my best Gerald right now. The decision was very obvious. I feel like to name it this. I don't think they took a long time mulling over the decisions. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's the one way you could go. I loved the pictures that came out of it. And yeah, I'm really excited. Sticky Joe asking, would you rather have a glass seat or a better view of the ice? I definitely think you need to try both. The party deck area and just the second level in general is one of the coolest viewing areas I've ever seen for a rink in general. So that would be great. I think for the first couple of games, it's going to be, I mean, all the games will be rocking, but especially the first couple of games, I would try to get on the glass. But definitely to experience both because my God, it's going to be so cool.
Yeah,
It's definitely gonna be a lot of fun.
Like Leah said, selling mullets in this team store, like they're already leaning so heavy into the mullet thing. Like Coach Power, they posted a picture of Coach Powers with a mullet today. They had, I'm Mastro, because Leah couldn't pronounce his name, and I can pronounce it, but I need to be reading it. But a senior transfer for ASU hockey team, like he was on the Coyote show today. They had Josh Stone come in and video bomb wearing a mullet. Like they're leaning full into it. I think it's going to be like obviously it's going to be a crazy environment anyways, but if you have the whole 942 crew showing up in mullets, that's going to be like the most fun. I think the most fun experience in NCAA hockey.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun, and it's not just for ASU hockey. You mentioned the Coyotes, but you're going to get ASU wrestling in there, ASU gymnastics. Like it is
the whole wrestling team needs mullets now, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be awesome. I think, in all honesty, I think ASU wrestling, like it's not going to be talked about nearly as much, obviously, because this arena is for the Coyotes. It is for ASU hockey mainly, but I feel like it is a slept on thing that this venue is going to be used for other ASU sports that have in the past kind of also been neglected in terms of just getting kind of their own thing. I know ASU wrestling has been doing their meets and stuff at DFA. So to get them a new place, a new home too, I think is only going to boost the morale for that program. What do you guys think about what this does for Ray Anderson's legacy, right? Because he's hired some great coaches in maybe some non-revenue sports. We've talked about the whole NCAA investigation, just the COVID seasons, all that stuff. So I feel like his legacy is kind of teeter-tottering in a lot of ASU fans' heads. Where do you think having this arena puts him?
I mean, it's awesome, but his legacy is not changing by something like this. It's not going to change at the drop of a hat, dude. It's really, really got to change over time. You have to see long success in revenue sports for people to even consider forgiving him for multiple hires and neglection of what they want. I don't think this directly changes anything. I think it's awesome, and I'm so happy. But this, I don't know. I just don't think it changes much.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about like the public perception of Ray, like they're only going to really care about football. I mean, like I have said in the past, I like if you take football out of the equation, and obviously the Trisha Ford thing, which kind of not really in his hands, like he can't control how much money he has. Like he's done a pretty good job. Like there's been a lot of programs that have done really well. Like baseball is back kind of up on the upswing. Willie was, I think, a great hire. Like, I mean, it's still obviously to be seen whether or not it actually is like produces, but like on paper, hiring a program legend in Willie Bloomquist is a good hire. Like, and then doing this, I think, is kind of his like golden egg of like just the best thing that he has done for this program. And it's like a legitimate impact for not just ASU, but like kind of the entirety of NCAA hockey, the sport of hockey out west in Arizona, just like the city of Tempe, the Valley, all of that. So like that is, and obviously you can only give him so much credit for that as well. But like, it depends on how you're looking at it. In my eyes, like it's a pretty big accomplishment. I think regardless of how the rest of his tenure goes, unless ASU football wins like a national championship or something, like this will be kind of his greatest accomplishment. But to the public, it's not going to matter if football still sucks. So,
yeah. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head there. As kind of both of you, I don't think his legacy changes much in terms of like the day-to-day or getting stuff done like this. But I like Josh's comment too. Like if his legacy ended today, it's probably viewed a little bit more on the negative side. But people will always be like, well, yeah, he got the arena done, which was cool. Which brings me to my last question on this topic is what team would you like to see
basketball.
You're going basketball.
Really? Basketball, volleyball, any
I
program,
think football.
ASU commencement, literally any sport that plays in DFA. Burn that arena with fire.
You think football deserves one more than?
I didn't say no. I didn't say they deserve one more.
Well, but no,
I would like to see
think
football get a new arena
why?
Before. I just think Sun Devil Stadium sucks.
They just renovated a big part of underneath and a bunch of the facilities. ASU basketball is a standing skeleton It is a waterless, energyless pit that has seen a 29-point game as of last year. Fans vacate and then cancel a game because there was not running water. That place is defunct to the max.
Yeah, sometimes I joke about wanting to commit arson. That arena actually makes me want to burn it to the ground.
Wow.
I love new stadiums. So in theory, like obviously there's a whole financial, all that stuff, ignoring all of that.
Yeah, but we're not here to discuss the finances.
Ignoring all the
of
real
a new
stuff, like
stadium.
the idea of a new stadium, especially a big new football stadium, is exciting. And I also think with the kind of the trajectory of this football program, they could do with a slightly smaller stadium. So like it would be cool in theory, but like the only right answer in this situation is basketball and volleyball, the programs that play in DFA, and obviously wrestling and gymnastics are already getting the new one. But DFA is just might as well be Oceanside Arena. Like they need something new.
Yeah, 100%. Jacob commenting in the chat, he'd like to see softball. If Trisha Ford was here, I think she could make a very good case for getting a new softball ballpark. But we'll see. What kind
that's another thing. I would like baseball to be like right there. I mean, where Packard was, like right there with the rest of the stadiums. Like that would be cool too, to have literally all the programs in a block essentially. Which I know is kind of their plan. Like they want to create that whole athletic facility there. But yeah, baseball just kind of being a little further away from everything. I would like it to be with everything else.
100%. Instead of committing arson, Shawn, when you're in Tempe at DFA, would recommend
like
you do
Shane
something
said,
else.
I feel like I need to clarify that was a joke.
Yes. But just in case, just
if
for the
DFA
listeners,
burns to the ground tomorrow, I had nothing to do with it.
Shawn didn't do it. Instead of setting DFA ablaze, you should just go to Burrito Express when you're in Tempe, because I think that might take away your frustrations. Probably take away some frustrations. I know it would for me. I haven't had Burrito Express since I've gotten back, but I am really, really excited just because we are going to be in Tempe so much next week to go to Burrito Express. You still got some of those burrito cards? I wonder how many of the freshmen that we gave out those cards to have gone to Burrito Express multiple times.
Tons.
I feel like
I would. If I lived in Tempe as a freshman, I would have to go there multiple times. Like,
if I lived right in Tempe,
hungry.
I would be there. I think I'd be there every day. Genuinely. I wake up every morning wanting a burrito from Burrito Express, but I live on the other side of the valley, so it's a little different for me.
I made a burrito this morning.
Oh, was it as good?
No. I mean, but it was very good. It was very tasty, but it's hard to replicate the excellence that is Burrito Express.
Very true. Very true. Well, you can get a burrito next Wednesday on your way to Four Peaks, because literally all of us are going to be at Four Peaks next week. It's our last Wednesday of the month, so you know what that means. All of the shows from PHNX are going to be live there. And speaking of last Wednesday, it's going to be another opportunity for everybody to enter the Toast of the Month sweepstakes. You guys can win a $50 Four Peaks gift card, a PHNX shirt of your choice, and a PHNX annual membership. Go to gophnx.com or click on the link in the show notes. You got to be 21 or older and enjoy responsibly. Josh in the chat saying, I ate it for the first time. Messed up some bets, I guess, when I got my burrito wrapper signed. Not gonna lie, it was delicious. Yeah, I was curious if you had eaten the burrito or what you did with the wrapper or any of that stuff. I don't know. I also didn't know when you had it.
I want to know if the wrapper is framed. Are you just?
I mean, I feel like you got to do something nice with it, right?
Right.
I mean,
it's got Daniel Ngata's signature on it. A bunch of guys. I mean,
you got to keep it. But while we're on the topic of ASU football, guys, we are 8 days away from kickoff. This is literally the last week without Arizona State football for a while. And there are a couple players named to the Senior Bowl watch list. We've got Emory Jones, Ladarius Henderson, and Nesta Jade Silvera, Shawn's absolute favorite guy on the team. So I'm curious, out of all those names, obviously, I think the easy answer is Emory is the most important of the team. He's a quarterback, whatever. You take out that position. But which of these guys do you think is most important to their individual position groups, like in that room?
Ladarius.
Yeah.
If you're not saying Emory, then I think it's Henderson. The offensive line, a bunch of just question marks about what it's going to be. New people, captain on the team. I think he's going to be the leader of that line.
Yeah. I think that's the right answer. But also, if you're talking about who's important to the position group themselves, I mean, yeah, he's important leadership wise. But if Nesta's wreaking havoc on the right or left side, Travis Moore is going to come off the other side, or like one impactful defensive lineman can make the opposite end look incredible. We've seen the Aaron Donald effect many times, and how much the player opposite of him gets paid when they leave the team, and then their production goes down. Nesta can be that type of guy. So, yeah, if I'm saying impact on the field, I think it's probably Nesta. But I mean, there's no way you can discredit what Ladarius is going to have to do this year, not only on the field but off the field.
Yeah, 100%. I think I got to go with Nesta as well, just because it's like Ladarius Henderson being a veteran on this team, right? The offensive line has got a lot of depth, and there's a lot of guys that have played in other places where just they've been on competitive college football teams. So in terms of like leadership and like just experience, the offensive line is probably the most experienced unit on the team. Whereas you look at Nesta, they already lost a senior in Michael Matus for the season with a knee injury. We talked about, over the offseason, how they've lost guys in the transfer portal. Getting Nesta, a guy that, Shawn, you mentioned a bunch of times, that was such a dominant piece of the defense that he was coming from last year or in years past. Like, I think he can make or break this defensive line, especially with Donnie Henderson too, getting that defensive coordinator job. Like, I think he's going to be just massive. I think his health is going to be absolutely massive to this team. Yeah. I think, that unit can't afford to have Nesta go down in terms of like just really anything. They need him, and they need him all year long. Which of these guys do you think could boost their draft stock the most with a good year?
I feel like that's probably Nesta. I feel like he has the most opportunity to be like the best player on this team, or at least on that defense. And I feel like if he's dominating, then he has a chance to boost his draft stock. I feel like Emory is going to have a hard time just because I don't know. He's not. I don't think he's going to be put in a great position to show off his arm. Like we've talked about the questions with the receiving core and stuff like that. So I feel like Nesta has the best position to really just like go out there and show what he's fully capable of, and boost that stock a little bit for sure.
I think Emory is in a position where it would make him look even better if he succeeds. Well, realistically, probably not. But he has all, like, if he explodes because you can get buried in the SEC. You can kind of get lost because of how many good quarterbacks are in that conference. In the Pac-12, if you're a top 3 guy, we see Cameron Rising stock going crazy now. Cameron Rising was basically nothing before last year, and he brought Utah to the top of the Pac-12. Like, that can happen with Emory. I'm not saying it's likely, but he can definitely boost his draft stock. It's not the same run heavy, talented offense that Utah has, but you can still do it. And I think Emory is put in a pretty solid situation to be able to do that with a bunch of guys that nobody really knows yet.
Yeah. I think you both give a good answer. I think Emory, kind of like what you said, Shawn, is just in such a difficult, like that position, I feel like is so hard, especially on a team like ASU, to truly move the needle a whole bunch for scouts, for NFL teams.
And you have to remember, it's a good QB draft year too. Yeah. So like, is he going to do enough to really improve his stock to a point where it matters? Like, there's going to be so many options, I think, ahead of him. Unless he does go crazy, it's going to be hard for him to really boost that stock to be one of those guys in that conversation, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And if ASU does have a crazy, amazing year, a lot of it will fall on Emory's shoulders, especially given the unknowns at wide receiver. So we'll see what happens, but I think it's got to be Nesta again, right? Like, a guy that you mentioned it, Shane. Like, we've seen the Aaron Donald effect. Like, defensive linemen, pass rushers, run stuffers, they are so valuable, especially at the next level. Guys that can do a little bit of everything on that defensive line. I think this will be a big year for him to prove to NFL scouts if he's got that pass rushing ability. He hasn't been known for that in the past. He's been kind of known as just like the run stuffing guy. Like you're going to have to go another way type of thing. But if he can really like break through some of these Pac-12 offensive lines, or if he can have a big game against Oklahoma State and like prove that he's capable of getting to the quarterback, I think hands down, he's the guy that can boost his draft stock the most. Is there anybody on this team, veteran or kind of a younger guy, that you see in the next few years, next year, maybe even being like the next early pick in the NFL draft from ASU? And when I say early, like doesn't have to be first round, but like first 3 rounds, I feel like is still pretty early for a Sun Devil.
I mean, we've heard the Charles Hall praise, and I can't remember who it was, but someone said that he was we're gonna see him in the league. Like
Jalen Strong said that.
Oh yeah, right. So like, I mean, that seems like a possibility. I don't know though. I don't know. Like, I mean, it could be Ngata. Like you saw what happened with Rashad last year. Like,
did you see his catch today?
Rashad,
the Whites, yeah,
just the. Yeah, turn me up.
RB1.
Oh my gosh. Okay, dude. What do you think, Shane?
Don't okay, dude, me and then ask me a question.
Dude.
I don't know. I mean, draft stock is so hard to predict. Jack Jones is apparently doing great things, and he was a 7th round pick. It looks like my prediction is going to come true, and what's his name? How am I forgetting his name? Raiders. Oh my god.
Darian Butler.
That's like my guy. I've had such a long day. I'm sorry, guys. Darian Butler. It looks like he's going to make the roster after not being drafted. Talent is hard to describe, or talent is hard to predict when it's going into the hands of NFL scouts. You don't really know what they're looking for. So, big body Ladarius, big body Nesta, probably your best bets. But raising draft stock, I don't know what they want. I don't know what more they want. Yeah. We'll see. As Shawn said, this is a good quarterback draft class. But does he have to come out after this year? Or doesn't he have another year after this?
I don't know if he's used his COVID year.
Well,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's on the Senior Bowl watch list. So
yeah.
But I mean, you talk about the size thing. Like 2 other guys, Ro Torrance and Messiah Swinson. Like those are 2 guys that are probably going to have an opportunity to go out there and show what they're capable of. If they can do that with that size, like the draft stock's probably going to rise a decent amount too. So I feel like those are 2 guys that could kind of work their way onto some guys' draft boards if they can perform, just given the physical gifts that they already have.
Yeah, don't sleep on Xavier Valade either. There's a guy coming from Wyoming. He's finally on the big stage. Like, I mean, if there's anybody that's going to go off,
running back draft value is basically nothing unless you're a stud, though, man. Like, it's if I was an NFL GM, I would never. I know, but if I was an NFL GM, I would never draft a running back. I just wouldn't.
Ever?
No. Pick them up off waivers, man. Like you get.
I wouldn't draft a running back in the first 2 rounds. That's for sure.
Yeah, first 2 rounds.
I mean, really rare occasions. Like if you get
you
like
have
a Christian
to be
McCaffrey. Yeah, like if you get there's like a handful of guys that might be worth drafting that early. But I mean, yeah, like
when was the last time a running back went in the first?
I think was it Saquon?
It might have been. I can't think of another one. Saquon, and then before him was what, Zeke?
Yeah,
in 2016.
I can't even think of any other rookie running backs or like young running backs.
That's crazy. I mean, I just think of like Zeke. Melvin Gordon was a first-round running back. Todd Gurley was a first-round running back.
Henry after Saquon?
No, Derrick Henry, I believe, was before Saquon. But yeah, I mean, you're right. There is not just NFL GMs don't look at running backs the way they do.
Oh, is Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Diego says. Yeah, CEH I think went at the end of round 1 to the Chiefs.
Gosh, that's
Najee Harris last year.
Oh,
Najee was a
bro. Najee was
24th overall.
Freak at Bama though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, he was so good.
Yeah, and then Breece Hall was picked with a 4th pick of the 2nd round. So I mean, he was this year, so he's close. But
he's not going to be RB1. Sorry,
the Jets don't count.
Sorry, Breece Hall fans. Michael Carter's better than him.
The Jets don't count. We don't. Okay.
Sorry.
We've talked a lot about running backs. A lot about the NFL. That's going to be getting kicked off here in the next couple of weeks. I'm super excited for that. College football, we talked about it is starting this weekend.
Week 0, baby.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Give me the
app
Corn
now.
Huskies.
Promo code PHNX. Bet just $5 on college football and get $200 in free bets instantly. That's code PHNX only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Guys, how have your bets been doing lately? We haven't talked too much.
Brother, my shit
lately.
is fucked right now.
What do you mean?
I've been getting really unlucky.
My shit is fucked right now.
The Phillies scored like 6 straight runs, but they won 6-5 yesterday after having the -1.5. I had my first 0 for day on bets in like 3 months, so that kind of felt good. I felt a little humbling. But yeah,
You're not untouchable.
No.
What about you, Shawn?
I'm
It's Corn Huskies.
It's corn. I'm getting ready. I haven't bet in a couple of days. I'm getting ready for NFL season. I'm, getting in the zone, hacking into the mainframe, doing my research.
You know what I'm most excited for about the NFL season is
What?
live betting. Like live betting the Falcons when they're down 13-0 at halftime at +425 and watching them storm all the way back at the hands of Desmond Ridder in week 5. I'm fired up for it.
Oh, put some respect on Marcus Mariota.
I love Marcus Mariota. He's gonna be sick a week.
Just sick? Like,
he's gonna have a tummy ache.
He's got like a cold. Oh, a tummy ache.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's on the PUP list with a tummy ache.
He's gonna get.
Imagine if they just marked it like that.
Gonna get an injection that goes too far, and then he's got a Tyrod Taylor.
Oh yeah, they punctured his lung.
It
is crazy how that doctor almost killed Tyrod, and now Justin Herbert's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's even crazier. That everyone's kind of just glanced over the poop game that Lamar had. We need another one of those. That shit was so fun. There was nothing better than that. 4th and 2, he comes back, needs just 2 yards, and throws a freaking beautiful cross over the middle to Hollywood Brown after taking what probably was a fantastic release. So
I'm so ready for this.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I'm excited because in a couple of weeks we're going to be back in the office and we're going to be able to actually go live and show everybody the studio and all that fun stuff.
A couple of weeks, I mean, technically 6 days or
a
week.
We're not going to be live there for a minute.
Yeah, a week.
Well, yeah, a little.
Oh no, because next week is 4 peaks.
Little over
Friday.
a week. Over a week. No, it'll be Thursday. For us. But for all of the other beats, or most of the other beats, they'll be able to go live earlier in the week. But super excited for everybody to see it. We've talked about it before, but more furniture. They hooked us up. I was at the office for the first time in a minute yesterday, and my God, that place is it's a palace. I would absolutely love to be there. It is. Are you kidding me? I cannot wait to watch football, basketball, we talked about it yesterday. I can't wait to just be there watching some of those sports because it's just, it's better than DFA. I'll tell you that. And I know Shawn agrees.
The seats are comfier. That's
what I'm fired up for? November, Thursday night football, Eagles at Bears or something on one TV, and Julius Randle 35, 8, and 11 on the other TV.
Jeez, and then
Jalen Hurts throws for 350 yards, and Devontae Smith goes crazy. Okay. AJ Brown touchdown. I had him first touchdown score. Just turn me up. I'm ready.
We'll probably have a point during this year where we have football, basketball, and hockey on all three of those TVs.
Yeah,
100%. We probably will.
We will.
Presumably, I just don't. I haven't looked at the schedules to make sure they line up. But.
Well, they will. They always find a way to do so. I promise. It makes my job very hard.
Yeah. It's a new studio, new furniture, the whole 9 yards. If you're interested in checking out Moore's Labor Day sale, visit morefurniture.com. Gents, it is time for the last part of our Wednesday show. Another on the clock. Got it. We're snake drafting jerseys this week, the best sports jerseys of all time, in honor of the Phoenix Suns, who released their throwbacks yesterday. I'm pumped to whoop your guys' ass for the 3rd straight week in another draft.
Listen, the last time we had something to do, when we came to the logos one, which this is very close to, I embarrassed the two of you. So be careful.
So you assume that you're just going to stomp us.
No, but you are assuming that you're going to stomp us. And I'm just saying, the last time we drafted anything close to this, I embarrassed you. So I wouldn't be that confident. Now just check yourself.
Okay, man. Okay. So I won the last draft. The last draft was, what did we do? We did Was Disney last?
No,
week?
that was,
Yeah, Disney
it was-
movies.
No, last week was
No, that was
video
the week
games,
before.
and I was.
Oh, yeah,
cheated,
last week was
but I
video
don't need to
games.
talk about it. It's okay.
And what happened?
I was cheated, but it's fine.
Oh, you were cheated. Oh, yeah, because of the graphic.
Excuses are the nails in the house of failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying when I set precaution. I know we're not doing this. Again.
Okay,
Never
well,
mind.
this
Go
is-
ahead. You got the
okay.
first pick. I got the second one. Sean's got the third. Anthony Totri. We are drafting the best sports jerseys of all time. You are now on the clock.
There's no way I can't go with my personal favorite.
Yeah.
And-
No,
and
you're not.
What I think. Oh, I am.
This is crazy.
I think it's the best jersey in sports.
I just won the draft.
Okay. Give me the
Oh, I
San
don't know
Diego
about-
Chargers powder
Yeah.
blues.
I knew that was coming.
That's
I mean,
such a miss. I mean, it's a great jersey. It's a great jersey, but we're PHNX.
It's definitely a top
Sports.
3 jersey.
We're PH. I don't know about top 3, but we're
yeah,
PHNX
Shane's
Sports.
about to take my top pick. I know.
Yeah,
for a fact.
it's the purple sunburst. It's not even close.
Oh no, you're
You're
wrong.
taking the Diamondbacks.
No,
What are you taking?
I'm taking the Kachina,
Okay.
the white Kachina jerseys. Those
Okay.
are the.
I'm just
cleanest
saying
jerseys in the
recency
valley.
bias is going to win this draft.
So you're
The
pandering in
Sunbursts
this
are-
draft.
the
Yes,
Sunbursts are
I have
cool.
to pander now.
The Sunbursts are cool, but they're super overrated in my opinion.
That's not true. That's your opinion.
Okay.
So I got the Kachinas, and then I'm gonna go. If they were still here, I would have drafted the powder blues mainly because I knew that Totri would have taken them on
Yeah.
the way back. I am going to go. I feel like I got to go purple pinstripe Toronto Raptors jersey. I mean, those are just
The Barneys, yeah.
those are iconic.
Okay. Now it's kind of like whatever.
It's like a
I feel like,
free-for-all.
yeah. I'll take. I don't want to go too Arizona heavy. Actually, I don't know. Once again, just wasn't prepared at all for this. So give me a second. I'm gonna go with like weird ones. I think because I don't really know what to do anymore. I've just been getting killed in these drafts, and it's definitely my fault. Give me the white sunburst. No, I'm kidding. Oh God.
Dude.
Well,
I forgot one, and so I'm really hoping it comes back to me. It might, but I thought of one that I should have drafted before the Raptor, or maybe not before the Raptor, but I hope it comes back.
give me the Pistons teal jerseys. Big
Okay.
fan of those.
Give me the Miami Heat Vice jerseys.
Which ones?
The
There's like
black
7
ones.
of them.
The
Oh,
black ones. No, I'm going the black ones.
But did you want the Gogurt ones? You wanted like the
me?
yeah.
No, the black ones are not the white ones are the best. The Dwayne Wade ones are far superior. I was gonna take those, but now I'm not.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, you can still.
No, I'm not
Also,
gonna.
give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers creamsicle.
Damn it!
Nice.
That's
a
where I
great-
was. That's
yeah,
exactly.
that's
what
where I was gonna go on the way back too. Great pick, Totri. All right. Give me. Oh boy. I might just go crazy here. Are we doing professional sports teams or can I do minor leagues?
You could-
I
No, give me
think-
the Mighty Ducks jerseys.
Which ones?
The white ones with the
Yeah.
triangle.
The white ones with the
class,
page?
the Mighty Ducks jersey is the
Yeah.
one everyone knows. Yeah.
All right, that would have been my next pick. So I'm gonna go. I'm just kind of pulling this one out. I'm gonna save this one because I know I'll be able to get it last. This is for me. This probably won't get me a single vote, but it's the Washington National City Connect jerseys, the cherry blossom ones. Those are my favorite.
Yep,
those are
those
I
go-
think my
those go
favorite
crazy.
sports jerseys I've
Those
ever
go
seen.
crazy.
Full stop. And then no, actually, I'll take it now. Going back around, I will take the Nigerian World Cup jerseys, just the
Nice.
crazy green ones that came from a couple years ago.
That's a good pick.
Solid pick.
I'm gonna go with probably the most classic. But there's so many different variations of it. Can I just take the Canadians jerseys in general?
I mean, just like the red ones or the white ones.
Or red ones?
Yeah,
They've
I mean,
changed
they're,
a couple times, but
they're kind of all the same, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give that to you. Don't think that's getting you a whole lot of votes, especially because Coyotes fans hate the Canadians. But
I mean, I think it's the most classic jersey in like almost all of sports.
oh, I disagree.
What do you think is?
Yankees jersey, the
Yeah.
pinstripes are the most iconic. I think, like Red Wings are iconic.
I think
mean,
the Canadians are more.
I just don't
Okay.
like the Canadians.
These are my last 2 picks.
Maple
right?
Leafs.
Last 2 picks?
Yeah.
All right. Give me the Orlando Magic pinstripe revival jerseys.
terrible,
just
but
love those
okay.
jerseys. I disagree. And then give me FC Barcelona's jerseys.
Which ones? Like the classic,
They're
like the Messi era,
yeah,
like the 2010s.
the classic ones.
Okay.
And that rounds out my team.
This is nobody's gonna know this one, or not nobody's gonna know this one. Some people might know this one. I don't think it was ever gonna get drafted, but this is like my favorite all-time jersey. One off. It's the red bandana jersey from Boston College. I don't know if you know the story of the 9/11 or guy, the hero from 9/11 that was on the team. They look incredible story. If you haven't seen that, there's a documentary and that's fantastic. And also the jersey is just really cool. You should look it up. It's fantastic. So that is my last pick.
Thank you, Josh.
This is tough. I'm trying to think of the various jerseys that I have.
Dude, I'm sorry. I got to pause real quick. Every single day, I've never said anything about this. Every single day that we do a remote show and you have that thing,
You think it's a person?
I think it's a person. I think it's just somebody
sure.
that hangs from there and just like chills. I don't like it.
Buy me a house so I can build a background.
That's not a me thing. That's a you thing.
I mean, if you guys have such a problem with it, it's a you thing. Apparently.
It's not a me thing, man.
Okay, this is tough. I just can't decide what sport to go with here, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let me look at my list real quick. I got hockey, basketball, baseball, and soccer all covered.
You know, football, right?
No football, but the creamsicles are the only one that I can think on the top of my head that really deserve to be in the top 15 jerseys of all time, I think.
Really? You don't think the powder blues deserve to be in the top 15?
Oh no, those two. You're right.
I think the Raiders have.
Yeah, those are iconic, but like there's nothing special about them. They're just black.
You don't like the Steelers Bumblebee jerseys, bro?
I do like those a lot. I think they're unnecessarily shit on. I think they're just fun.
The ones with the box as the number?
Yes, they're just fun. Why not? See,
they're fun, but they're also garbage. It's like fun garbage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like very
like
specific,
playing in trash. It's not healthy.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun. It depends how drunk you are, though. Like if you're drunk and you're watching the Steelers in those jerseys, by the fourth quarter, you're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna order one of those jerseys." First quarter, you're like, "Why are we wearing those?"
I don't think so.
No.
Aaron, I considered it.
But
they're so polarizing too. Some people hate them.
Damn. Okay, I am going to go. I feel like I'm probably just gonna. There's like a huge miss here somewhere. I'm just going to do this for me. I don't care if I lose this draft. I'm going Buffalo Sabres, red and black goat heads. Those are I grew up with off of those things. I love them so much.
Wow.
I needed to draft.
You know what, Shawn, I respect the fuck out of that pick. I honestly don't hate them, but
there's a lot of like Buffalo, like I love there was like an old, like the 20th anniversary Sabres one that were like royal blue and it had this cool like Sabres font across, or it said Buffalo across it. I don't know how to explain it. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm drafting that one for me. There's like a bunch of places I could have gone, but I needed that one.
A couple shout out the Arizona Rattlers jersey that was on my list.
You like those?
I do. Shout out the big Atlanta Hawks jersey. Shout out the Whalers jersey. The Orlando Solar Bears jersey. That thing goes crazy if you haven't seen that.
I considered retro Patriots with the standing pat. Patriot pat. I mean, I considered taking the home Mighty Ducks jerseys. I just don't want to double up on the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
I probably should have, to be honest, but I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, the Sun Devils have had a lot of great jerseys too.
They're
Oh,
black unis.
I don't know. This probably wouldn't have got me any votes, but the old Sunrise Astros jersey with like the star.
Yeah, the Tequila Sunrise. Yeah,
yes.
That was on my list also.
I have that jersey. I just can't really wear it in public anymore because I bought it before. It's a Nolan Ryan jersey. But I love those jerseys. There's a lot of
Do we have a list of what everybody drafted or not?
Yes. So, Totri, you drafted, I forgot to write down your last two, to be honest. But you have the powder blue Chargers, the Miami Heat black vice jerseys, the creamsicle jerseys, and then what were your last two?
Barcelona.
The Orlando Magic pinstripe jerseys, the pinstripe revival jerseys, and Barcelona's classic jerseys.
And then Shane had the Sunburst, the Pistons teal jerseys, the white Mighty Ducks jerseys,
purple Sunburst.
Yeah, the one that they just
Okay.
re-released.
No, but the original. But yes, keep going.
The white Mighty Ducks jerseys, the Canadiens jerseys, and the red bandana Boston College jerseys. Then I have the white Kachina, the purple Raptors, the Washington City Connect jerseys, the Nigeria World Cup jerseys, and the black Sabres goat head for me. Just for me.
I honestly think across the board, I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, I don't feel like you're doing yourselves any favors with the Orlando Magic or the Miami Heat jerseys, to be honest, Totri. I think the powder blue is a great pick. It's just not first overall. Shane might win this one because the Sunburst one is going to get him really far, but people also
the Sunburst is going to get you a lot of votes. That's true.
I feel like the Pistons one has become kind of polarizing recently, but like I feel like there was more people that hated it than I realized. I'm not a huge fan of it, but Mighty Ducks is obviously iconic. I have a Teemu Selanne white Mighty Ducks jersey. That goes crazy. Canadians are what they are. But the red bandana jersey, I think, like, is just the story behind it. There is not a better jersey in sports. Like,
and I think it's so fucking cool looking.
Yeah,
it's just so dope.
It's just one that story. And if you don't know the red bandana story, look up the E60 thing they did on there.
It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen.
It's one of the things. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Aaron in the chat talking about the Dodgers. Dodgers I feel like have some good jerseys. I feel like anytime you have the color blue, like you're bound to have a decent jersey.
I consider the Brooklyn Dodgers jerseys because I can't draft an LA Dodgers jersey, but the Brooklyn Dodgers are the same thing. They just say Brooklyn on it. They go pretty crazy. I considered the Serpientes jerseys or the D-backs pinstripe jerseys. Like those are two all-time jerseys.
I also could have just went full chaos and drafted the Action Green Seahawks Color Rush jerseys.
I considered that. I thought about Color Rush.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I thought. Well, I love
not
those.
The Seahawks ones. You like the Seahawks ones?
I love the Seahawks ones.
I think Action Green. I don't mind them either. People hate them.
Yeah, I don't know why those people are just losers. But do you remember when the Bills and the Jets played Color Rush and it was all the Bills were wearing
like
Color
the
Rush
same
red,
color?
and the Jets were wearing Color Rush green, and all the colorblind people were like, we literally can't tell
the
team apart because they look exactly the same to us. And then it never happened again. Oh, best Color Rush of all time though, the Saints white Color Rush jerseys. I love those.
White and black Color Rush jerseys are elite. They're elite.
With the gold is such a great accent.
Hey, underrated jersey in sports, the Miami Heat 2012 white hot jerseys. Those things went crazy.
My favorite Miami Heat jerseys of all time are the ones they've worn the last 2 years, I think, where it's like they have letters. The letters are different letters.
No, you like the murderer one?
I love those. I just think the content behind them is amazing. I love it.
Well, while we're on the topic of
ransom note jerseys,
you don't like.
While
those?
We're on the topic of merch, tell you guys about Foco. They've got you covered.
I thought you were gonna be like, while we're on the topic of murder.
No, they have officially licensed gear for men, women, and kids, and everything from bobbleheads to swimsuits to Crocs. Head on over to foco.com or click the link below in the description for all non-presale items. Use the promo code PHNX for 10% off. Gents, that is going to do it for another Wednesday show. If you want to vote and let us know who you think drafted the best jerseys of all time, you can do so over on our Twitter at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can give us a follow while you're over there. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef, and you can follow Shawn DePause at Shawn_DePause.
Just appreciating adventurous or courageous design ideas as always. Shout out the ransom note Miami Heat jerseys.
Okay, we will be back with an audio show on Thursday, but for now, enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Peace.